Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Leno56 and welcome back to some more Stationeers on the moon. So in the previous episode, we got our manufacturing room, well, at least built. It's not complete by any means, but what I would like to do this episode is move our advanced furnace from over here to over here. One thing I'm going to have to do is we're going to have to fill this room with nitrogen so I can heat it up. It's going to be pretty much the same as how I did it over here. Um, One thing I am going to do a little bit differently is we're going to have a heating tank, which I think I'm going to put right here, and a cooling tank, which I'll probably put right here. So then I'll have to have some sort of filtration system. So essentially, all the nitrogen, I'm going to put a bunch of nitrogen in our cooling tank and obviously cool it down, and then we're going to use that to cool down our furnace, and then essentially all the waste that from the furnace that'll go into our heat tank, and then I'll filter out the nitrogen back into the cooling tank. So it's going to be a little bit more complex than what we have over here, but it should allow us to make all the ingots a little bit quicker and get everything to temperature a little bit faster too. So the biggest thing that I'm going to have to try to figure out here is how to get the gases from here over here, which I have to make a bunch of piping anyway for the rest of our base. I'll probably just use a bunch of pipes, actually. Yeah. So first thing we're going to do right now is let's open everything up. And I need a drill to deconstruct. Alright, and then an angle grinder. And then wire cutters. And then a hand drill. Sweet, okay. So we're going to put this guy over here. I might have to delete the wall before I actually do that. There we go. So it's just sticking out a little bit. Perfect. So let's grab steel sheets and this. Now I need a screwdriver. Alright, and there's the advanced furnace. Sweet. Yeah, so I think how I want to try to do this is if I put our waste tank could do it like this, I suppose. Guess it doesn't really matter. We'll just do that. Okay. I need a bunch of... There we go. Insulated pipe. So let's do... There we go. Do something like that. So then our furnace is hooked up to the waste tank here, which I'm going to superheat this tank. Now what I need to try to do is fill this whole thing with nitrogen, which shouldn't be too difficult, because I have a bunch of nitrogen in here, which I need to then get out of here. So I do have a turbo pump there that I can use. And I do have an empty tank right here, so I could fill all, yeah, I could fill this up with all the nitrogen in this room right here, so that should be fairly easy to do. I don't really think I need it. Well, I need to put a couple of vents and stuff in here too. So before I fill this up, I'm gonna have to make it because I'll have to put a pressure regulator in here to keep the pressure below 300 because at 300 these walls will buckle and blow out. I'm gonna have to put a couple of passive vents. Yeah, there's a few things I'm gonna have to do, which I think I know how I actually want to do that. So let's head outside really quick so I can figure out how to get the nitrogen out of this room. Let's see, do I have... I don't think I have a connector. Let's see here, what do I need to make one of those things? Portables connector, I just need 5 iron, that's it. There we go. Iron, let's make one of these. I'm gonna have to grab our turbo pump. Alright, so I have that. Yeah, I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you. Oh, we have a bunch of iron over here still. Yeah, this I actually want to move into this room. Okay, I think that's all I really need. I have enough pipe and everything out there, so I should be fine. Okay. One thing I do want to explore is the harm suit. Because they also made more suit storages that I never got around to looking at last episode. Alright. So here's that. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is technically it's all just in here. Hmm. So if I take it out of this room, it'll super cool. I guess I can try to put it in here because well, this isn't insulated either, so it's going to lose temperature the minute it goes in there. Okay. Let's do this. So... put you there. Let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. Guess I already had a turbo pump over here, but oh well. I feel like I need to go grab our atmospherics tablet. And we should be good because this is full of pressure. Here, let's start off small. Yeah, maybe we'll start off at like 10. Because that's at the normal pressure or the normal speed of a normal volume pump here. There we go.
Hunger critical.
Hmm. Alright, let's head inside really quick and then we'll grab our tablet so we can see what's going on. Good morning, how's the station going? It's going good. I just got on. Potatoes. Let's make another one. Oh, crap. Well, that sucks. I'm gonna have to go out and actually get more nitrogen because that tank is open. So, gosh dang it. That's irritating. I forgot that that tank was open. That's why it's not holding. Oh well. Let's see here. Oh yeah, you were never gonna work, were you? Gosh dang it. Well, now it's holding. I mean, too little, too late. Most of that gas came out of here. Gosh dang it. Um, yeah, I'll still be able to fill it up with nitrogen, so it's not the worst thing, I guess. I'm just gonna use the portable scrubber. Yeah, so I have a couple ideas on how I actually want to do that. So we'll just let this thing do its thing right now, and then I do have some nitrous right here, which I could use to actually do that. Well, we have a little bit of nitrogen in here anyways. I don't need a whole lot. I never did grab the tablet, did I? Yeah, I should have grabbed that tablet. Because if memory serves, I only need about 72 moles in there, and that'll be enough. So let's grab the tablet. Let's head back outside really quick. I have about 7 moles in here, so not a whole lot. Yeah, so I need a lot more nitrogen. So I do have nitrous on me, so that's no big deal. Um, wonder what filter I have in there. You know what? You're good enough. So we'll take you. We're going to put this back inside and we're just going to use the portable scrubber instead. I think that's what I used last time anyways. There we go. I don't think I'm going to need that, so we should be good. I'm going to have to clean up our base a little bit at some point here. Yeah, so let's go inside. I'm going to drop some of the nitrous I have off. Before I do that... Yeah, we'll just keep everything open because there's nitrous everywhere. Or not nitrous, but nitrogen. Okay, so... Yeah, we're gonna do. Let's open up my helmet here. Yeah, so we're gonna do this. We'll just do it right here for right now.
Hydration
Oh, I
critical.
need 2 of these, don't I? There we go. All right. Yep, there's nitrogen. Let's unhook this. Alright, and then we'll have, it doesn't really matter how I do this. We'll put one there. We'll put one there. There we go. Okay. So this should be... This should have been just full of nitrogen, not all that other stuff. Okay, well, we're gonna do this. Oh, canister needs to be empty. Ooh. Well, this is gonna be superheated gas, so... There's actually not a whole lot in here, so it didn't actually really heat the base up at all. That's hilarious. Okay, now let's do this. Alright. Because all I want in here is nitrogen. I don't want anything else. Because then I risk everything blowing up if that happens. Alright, nitrogen only. Battery. Okay, now there shouldn't be... Are you flashing an error? Hmm. When you open the tank, yeah, it does mix with the atmosphere inside, but this is not actually venting like it should. Well, this one I'm actually just gonna open up completely to get everything out of there. So this should be completely empty now. The issue I'm having is there's gas stuck inside this. And I can't actually get it out, like... Oh. The nitrogen filter's completely... That makes sense. Okay. Well, in that case, we'll just use a little bit of iron. Okay, that makes sense there. This we're just gonna put right here for now. All right. There it goes. Now it's emptying. So if I take this out, okay, sweet. So then in the meantime, I can get this up and running. So yeah, this is empty. This is ready. So that was the issue, is that the nitrogen filter was completely, there we are. Okay, we'll turn you off. So this has nothing in it. Sweet. Alright, so let's make sure. Empty, empty, empty. Okay, everything's empty. So let's put the nitrogen filter in here. And let's turn this on. Nitrogen only. Oh, you're not actually hooked up. There we go. I don't need a whole lot of nitrogen either. Just about that much right there. That's overkill, but... Okay, sweet. Kind of like this little setup right here. Yeah, that's probably more than enough. So now what we'll be able to do is deconstruct all of this. I can keep that one where it's at. I guess what I could have done is just put the portable scrubber in here and shoved it all. Granted, I wouldn't really have had a way to... Actually, maybe that's going to be the easier way to do that. Okay, I have an idea. Messing with the portable tank might be overly complicated. Let's put a vent here. We'll put a vent right there so I can at least monitor the pressure on the inside. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna spray paint you orange. I don't care. Because what I'm thinking is I can put a meter right there, so that'll take care of that. How much is a meter? Pipe meter, 3 iron, 2 copper. Yeah, the portable tanks are almost kind of like magical in terms of how they work sometimes. Alright, so that'll monitor all the pressure inside this thing. And then this will go outside, and that's where our pape heaters will go to heat the gas in this room here. Before I do that, though, we are going to need chutes. So this will be the output, and I don't have enough for the input. I mean, technically I do. There we go. Perfect. Before I do anything else, I need to get a pressure regulator in here as well. Let's see, how do I want to do that? I guess what I can do, you can now put ice straight into the tank and it will melt. I know, that's actually such a nice feature. Okay, we're gonna put this right here. I'm just gonna put the portable scrubber on there. It's gonna be a little bit easier. Alright, we have a bunch of nitrogen. Oh, crap. Alright. Because all I need are about 72 moles, give or take. I might need a little bit more. This doesn't tell you how many moles are in there, does it? No. A pipe analyzer would tell me that. Which I could actually put right here. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we have that, we have that. Let's see. I don't think I need anything else really in here, so I should be able to close these walls off. And we should be fine. Oops. I need plastic sheets. I need you. I need you and... actually, before I do that, because I do want to... Because I do want to move that window right there. So let's grab... let's grab one little bit of steel here. I'm going to need a lot more walls as it is, so... We're just going to make a bunch of walls really quick. That'll work. Okay, so we're going to go outside. We're going to put a wall on the outside window, and then we're going to redo this window right here. So let's head outside really quick because I have plastic sheets. I have everything I need. And then we're going to recycle this nitrogen filter. Yeah, I mainly just need to keep the furnace hot more than anything else, so it doesn't really have to be at a certain pressure. Okay, so wall. There we go. There we are. Is there ice stuck in? Yeah, there's ice stuck in there. I'm gonna have to get that at some point. Okay, let's go and get rid of... Actually, we're gonna do it from this side. It's gonna be a little bit easier. Alright, and then let's do the angle grinder. We're gonna redo the wall. There we are. I guess I could do walls on the inside too. kind of double up. Let's see. The only downside of doing that is, I mean, that would, does that hold double the pressure, or will both walls just buckle at the exact same, or I bet you the first wall would buckle, and then the second wall would at that point. A little bit of gas, the canister, close it within a 72 moles, use a volume pump to force all the gas into your sealed furnace. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw gas in here because I'm gonna do a pressure regulator. Oh crap, I locked myself in here. Yeah, we'll just do this. That'll work. Plastic sheets. I don't really technically need to do this, but I think it's gonna look a little bit better. There we are. Okay. Plus I feel like it's like double insulated there. Okay, so then I should just be able to hook up. Where's all my... There you are. There we are. Oh, I have just normal, Alright, I'm gonna have to get all of the air out of there before I put nitrogen in there. So, I do need a passive vent, which I think I have one outside. Because right now it's full of just normal atmosphere. If it gets too hot, it could explode on us. So we are going to grab... Well, let's grab this. And we'll grab you. Then I'm going to deconstruct this. I just want to get our advanced furnace working. You could just open the wall up to vacuum outside. I could, but... Nah, that wouldn't be a terrible idea. Oh well. Actually, we'll just do this. That'll work. I just need to hook it up. Nice. And then the one thing that's going to be really tedious is getting all the gas that's in this tank right here into this tank over here, which I'm going to build a bunch of pipe because I have to build pipe anyway, so that'll work. And you're actually going pretty well. So let's see here. I need a bunch of silicone and I need a bunch of steel, which I probably should have done that beforehand. Which I do have a bunch of volatiles and oxide right here. I can't really mix the volatiles in the atmosphere because the minute I turn a printer on, it'll blow up. So I'm thinking what I could probably do, because I could easily make steel. I just need to get the furnace working, and I need a bunch of pipe in order to do that, which I don't think there's any more steel over here. There isn't. I could just do a bunch of normal pipe, I suppose. I have a bunch of just normal pipe. Granted, that would radiate the heat into our base from that, because that, yeah, that's almost 1200 degrees Celsius, which is pretty hot. Yeah, you're almost done. I could use a portable tank too, I suppose. That's gonna be more tedious than it's worth too, though. Alright, this is almost empty. Wait a minute. While this is doing that, I'm gonna go check that gold outpost because they recently changed the solar panels so they're uncapped. Actually, hang on a sec. I might need... Because I think I used all normal cable at that gold outpost over there. So we're going to bring a bunch of heavy cable with us because I just want to make sure that those cables aren't burnt. Granted, we have more than enough gold, but the other outpost, I'm just using the solid fuel generator so there's no solar panels there. Let's go look. I love how fast this jetpack is. It's so fun. It's so nice. Oh yeah, we're out of power here. Oh, our cables are all burnt. I just had a weird feeling. Okay, well, let's destroy these cables. I don't really need to change these ones here. I just need to change these guys. Because I was thinking about it, and I realized that with the solar storms, they changed the way solar panels work. So they don't actually cap at 500 watts anymore. They're completely uncapped. And based on the readings I was getting on those solar panels, they were getting like 2,500 watts per solar panel, and this cable's only good for 5,000. So yeah, 2 panels would have been almost enough to burn the cable, and 3 absolutely would have. So I'm glad I thought of that. Well, the weather is, well, there's not a whole lot of weather, but there are solar storms, so it's just like a massive solar flare that hits. It's actually pretty cool. The first night, or the first sunrise after the update, we actually had one, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, they essentially just heat everything up, and then if you're outside in it without the harm suit, which I actually want to make, then your like food and water go down a lot quicker. So this should be able to withstand another solar storm fairly easily. But there goes all our heavy cable. Okay, so to be completely honest though, I'm not really too concerned that we're losing power here because I have 10 stacks of 500 gold ingots, so we have a stupid amount of gold in here. But in the meantime, yeah, once the sun hits these solar panels, this whole thing will start turning back on, so. But I'm glad I double checked that. And then hopefully our room is completely void of atmosphere, so I can just throw nitrogen in here. Let's top off our water. Let's see, let's swap our waste tank with a propellant, and then my guy doesn't need a shower. He's getting a little stinky. Alright, come on, you're basically empty. I want to see what the new harm suit looks like. I might actually need to upgrade this, won't I? I'm assuming I need this. Gosh dang it. I need... Do I have any coal? I don't think I have any coal, do I? Lead. I'm gonna have to make a trip to our outpost to collect coal, I think. Oh my god. Okay, well, I need steel either way, so... I have iron. Yeah, let's go grab some coal. Then we'll come back, we'll take a shower. And then we'll continue working on our furnace. I want to get steel either way because I want to start working on um, our hydroponics room. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm gonna have to completely redo this thing, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to completely redo. Well, not these solar panels per se, but these batteries here. I guess what I could do is just have one giant long corridor. The downside of doing it that way is that if something happens, I lose all the atmosphere in that corridor, but each room is technically safe, so... Yeah, I thought about doing a shoot option, but honestly, just flying and grabbing what I need. Because I was using the rover, but the rover almost has too many issues. Plus, the jetpack is actually... Once you get unlock the hard suit, the jetpack's pretty sweet. Because it is quite a bit faster than the rover. Plus, I don't have to worry about driving into holes and stuff either. There they are. I don't really have a whole lot of room in our inventory either. That's another downside. I should have organized that a little bit. Yeah, I'll have to use the smart canisters too at some point. Yeah, this one should be fine because I'm just using the solid fuel generator for this. I don't think I need any iron. I have a stupid amount of iron at home. I have so much coal in this silo right now. Yeah, let's grab one thing of iron. And then I'll grab 2 stacks of coal. Let's turn you off so I can... Gosh dang it. There we are. Alright, we'll turn you back on. Sweet. So that'll make... Well, that'll make 400 coal or 400 steel, so... Let's head home. Yeah, I thought about doing like a massive like shoot network, which would be kind of fun, but at the same time, that would require a crap ton of shoots. Actually, you know what I could do? Either way, I need steel. I could hook our ice crusher up to the furnace and put volatiles in that way, because the volatiles won't melt. Yeah, no. Well, could technically do that, couldn't I?
Power low.
I could also just put, because I have fuel, I could just hook that up to this tank here and then just mix it. There's actually a couple of ways that I can do that without having to put direct volatile ice and oxide and risk getting it in my atmosphere. Because I have a bunch of fuel in here. I have a couple ideas actually. Because I need a bunch of steel to get the gas out of here, but I need to heat this up to actually get the steel. Alright, and then you should be completely empty. Yeah, you are. So let's turn this off. So we're going to deconstruct all of this. There we go. Okay. So now I should just be able to fill this up with nitrogen. So let's put this right here. That's great. What I might actually do is we're going to do this. Actually, on second thought, we're going to do it this way. We're going to put it right here because then it's closer to the... Yeah, let's do it like this. There we go. That makes more sense. I'm gonna have to clean up all these cables and stuff too. There we go. And turn on. Gosh dang it. That would probably help. Okay, too much, too much. Alright, we're gonna do a little bit at a time here. I could probably just use a pressure regulator, actually, versus this thing. That would be probably a little safer, so let's go do that instead. Do I have a pressure regulator out here? I don't. I do have one out here, though, so yeah, we're going to grab a pressure regulator, because I don't want to overpressurize that room and then have it blow up on us. Because then all the work we did is going to be gone. There we go. This thing right here. Really? Why? I wish you could change each device so the port, so you could kind of choose where you want the port to be. I feel like that would make more sense, but oh well. Alright, so we want this up to 250. Yeah, that's slowly going. Okay, that's working. So now what we can do is I can grab all the pipe that we have, which actually is not a whole lot. Let's see, I only need, actually 3 might be enough. I'm going to need a lot more heavy cable than what I currently have, though, because I need to hook up the pipe heaters too. So yeah, let's head outside for a minute. Because I do have the pipe heaters outside that I can use. I have these pipes here. I just have the pressure. One, two, three. Yeah, so the 3 pipe heaters right there will actually work really well. It doesn't really matter how I do this. Alright, so the 3 pipe heaters right there. And then I need to actually hook this up to cable. And the pressure regulator I have, I'm going to put on the outside here. And I'll have to put another vent. Okay, yeah, I know how to do that. Come down like this. And then I'll probably just have to connect it with this, well, actually, any one of these cables. I can connect it right there. Okay, that'll work. And then I'll have to make a logic housing and an integrated circuit over here too. Alright, there's nothing else over here that I need. Anything in here? A bunch of pipe. I need a bunch of insulation for that one though, for those pipes, which I need steel for. I guess I could make more heavy cable. I have enough freaking gold and copper. Actually, I don't. Is this all the copper and gold I have? I should have grabbed copper while I was over at our other outpost. Okay, we're gonna hold off on that then. Hey, we have 250 in here. Perfect. Well, 245, close enough. Yeah, close enough. Okay, so let's grab... turn you, actually, let's do this. We'll just empty you. Sweet. So this is going to go on the outside. And let's get rid of all the heavy cable that I currently have here. There we go. Okay. And then one thing I am going to do... Ooh, I almost destroyed this frame. That would have been bad. There we are. Alright, so we have 250 kPa of nitrogen in this enclosed wall here, I guess. So then what I need to do now is we're going to take the pipe with us. I need the pressure regulator and I need this vent. Alright. Let's see, and then I also need this cable too. I might need more heavy cable. I'm not sure. I don't think I have any more anywhere, so oh well. Okay. So I think how I want to do this. Do back pressure regulator. Okay, yeah, that'll work. That's way too much, but the lag pressure regulator should take care of that. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of similar to how I had it originally, but that'll work. And then, yeah, I'm just going to increase this to 250, back pressure regulator on. So it should keep 250 kPa of pressure in our room here. And then I'm going to automate these guys, but for right now, we're just going to turn them on. And that should hopefully heat up the gases or the nitrogen in that room there. And then I'm going to actually automate that. Granted, I have enough power where I don't really have to worry about it. Which is actually nice to say. Oh yeah, it's slowly increasing. It's going to take a minute for that to get up to temperature, but that's okay. Okay, well, you're empty, so I can close you. And then I can... Let's deconstruct you really quick. We'll put this back over here for right now. Yeah, I actually put the nitrogen in here. I actually had a whole system here. That's okay. Oh, that's right. I took the, deconstructed this. Well, that was fun. I didn't even use the portable tank idea at all. Oh well. Sweet. I can put the flooring back for right now. And then I'm going to deconstruct this, and we have an extra one of these. And then I have another... Ooh, this one I actually should probably put back over here. And then there are a couple things I want to do over here too, because I do want to actually program our air filtration as well. So let's put this over here. So this is slowly heating up. Now this is going to take a minute, so... Do I have enough heavy cable? I don't think I do. Alright, well, we're going to do this. Yeah, let's make a stack of heavy cable. I probably should get a bunch of flooring to put down because it'll make it easier to walk around in here. Doesn't really matter how I do this. It's the same on either side, so I could just put a... Could just finish it along this way too. We'll just do that. Sweet, okay, and turn you on. Let's see. Could throw this nitrous in there, I suppose. The nitrous, I'm gonna... No, we'll keep the nitrous. I just need to get a little bit of gas in here. Throw the oxide in there. There we go. So that's slowly heating up. So that's going to take a minute, but that actually should work quite well. Pressure's holding. Sweet. Alright, so that's going to take a minute, but we should be able to at least get some steel going. Yeah, that needs to be hotter to actually... Ooh. Okay, that's actually working. Let's do 150. I need 300. Or I could just do this. Yeah, that's gonna take a minute. That needs to get a lot hotter. Oh well, that's okay. So in the meantime, what we're gonna do is we're gonna program... I'm gonna automate our airflow in here. I'm gonna get rid of this pressure control, because it's not actually doing what I want it to do here. So let's get rid of this. I'm gonna keep this for later if I need it for whatever reason. Let's grab the computer. I need a power control, because I kind of have an idea on how I want to do that. I might as well wait till you guys are done. Let's see, what do I need? Thinking this thing, I need 5 gold and 5 copper. I don't have enough of that. So power control, let's make one of those. There we are. Alright, so this is going to control all the filtration units and the turbo pumps. So I think the easiest way to do this is to just... turbo pump, filtration, filtration, filtration. Turbo pump, think that's everything. Let's see. All the filtration units are on and all the turbo pumps are on.
Hunger critical.
Sweet. Okay. So that actually worked. So we'll put you back. Let's eat really quick.
Hunger caution.
Speaking of hunger, I do need to... Well, I need more steel anyways in order to expand our trader platform. Alright, so we're going to do this. Let's deconstruct these for a minute.
Hydration critical.
Yeah, so this is going to stay our waste vent. So that'll be waste. You're going to be inward and you're going to be outward. So I can just keep this doing that. And then I'm going to do just a normal compare script for this guy here. Let's see, grab you, import, make sure you're the right code. Okay. Actually, this is bugging me. There we go. So let's do waste vent D2. Pressure R2. I think that's all I need for those. Let's see here. So let's do waste vent start, load, pressure, gas sensor, pressure. So if the pressure is greater than 100, then vent off. And if the pressure is less than... I don't want it to be clicking back and forth constantly, so let's do 80. Because the gas sensor is right underneath that waste vent, so it's going to go pretty quick. Let's try 80 to start. Then vent on. Okay, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3. And then it's going to be, wow. There we are. Just a simple compare script there. Export. I do need to switch you to waste. Uh-oh, hang on. Did I mess it up? I might have. Oh, never mind. Yep, hang on. There we are. Okay, that'll fix it. Sweet. Okay, that's working. Gosh dang it. I think one thing I want to do is I'm gonna make a pipe analyzer I can place, I think probably right here so I can see, because then I can also automate these filtration units too. So once there's a certain amount of pressure in here, they'll turn on, and then that'll preserve the life of these filters. Granted, these are heavy filters, so they're gonna last for quite a while. But okay. Let's just put the computer back over here. Let's see, how are you doing? Oh, you're slowly heating up. Very slowly, but still. Okay, so in the meantime, we are going to, I think, just make a bunch of flooring here. So I have 26. So then it'll actually feel more natural going from the hallway into here. And I'm kind of conflicted because one thing I can easily do to drop the temperature of the furnace is to just put some random ingots in here, and that'll actually cool the furnace down. I don't really need the coolant tank, but I kind of just want to make it. Okay. Yeah, I will keep that in mind for the wall coolers. Let's see, this one we can actually do that and actually conserve cable a little bit. Uh-oh, uh-oh, my water. That's not good. You know what I want to look at? I want to look at like the new suit storages and stuff. Oh. Oh, I can't place one in there, can I? Actually, I know how to do that. Watch this. You can kind of cheese it a little bit. That'll work. Hey, perfect. Yeah, that looks better. Let's see here. Yeah, so the harm suit's not in here. I need to actually upgrade that. The suit storage, that's probably going to be over here, isn't it? Iron, copper, and silver. We have iron and copper. 15 iron and 5 copper. And then I need 5 silver. Silver, let's see. Do I not have any silver? I don't think I have any silver. I mean, I can easily make 5 silver. That's no big deal. Yeah, my water was a little critical there for a minute. I just need 5 silver. And then I'm going to start deconstructing all of this too, because I don't actually need any of this. I do want to expand our trader platform, so I could do like a 5x5, but I feel like I should just expand it and make just a massive trader platform there, and then I can actually make it like a landing pad and stuff too, with the big old runway. All right, there's 5. That's all I needed. All right, let's head over here. Well, I can see that our gold miner's working, so that's good. I want to see what the new suit storages look like. That's just like stuck at... Oh, I wonder if those things turned off. I bet you they did. Frame in a locker. I have to take a shower anyway, so... Okay, that's kind of cool. Alright, let's take a shower here really quick. Gosh dang it. No! Oh well, we're showering in the dark. I could actually change that light to solve that issue. There we go. Alright, our guy's good. Yeah, I need to go out and actually turn those pipe heaters on again. Because that's not actually heating up our nitrogen how we want. I have to go grab copper anyway, so I'm gonna make a trip to our outpost to grab nope, they're on. What the frick? That's a back pressure regulator. Why are you not really heating up then? The external airlock. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of room in my airlocks though, that's the problem. I just wanted to see what the new suit storages actually look like. Yeah, why is that not actually heating up? I guess this is heating up. So I think it is. It's just taking a minute because this is actually heating this up. And there's quite a bit of pressure in here. So what if I get rid of some of the pressure? It's too... Well, I guess it makes sense. Alright, well, in the meantime, what we're going to do is I can start deconstructing this stuff. To make sure to not to actually throw it in our furnace, though. That'd be terrible. There we go. Heck yeah. Alright, then I just need to hook these up to power, which we'll just do like this. Alright, so this is heating up. Alright, perfect. Nice. Alright. So let's do furnace pressure. Temperature. I love how some heated up in sand magic comes to screen LCD. So it's not even heated up sand, it's silicon. It's this stuff right here. Turns into glass. Let's see. Tank pressure. Oops. Tank temperature. There we go. Sweet. Okay. Grab you. I don't have the tank actually hooked up yet. So this is just gonna read. There we go. And then, yeah, I don't have this tank hooked up yet, so I'm not going to be able to do that quite yet. I guess I could hook it up really quick and actually solve that issue, so might as well since I'm thinking about it, otherwise I'm going to forget. There we go. Heck yeah. And that's actually increasing quite fast, really. Let's get a little bit more pressure out of here, because that'll make it a lot faster to heat up. Alright, we're just going to let that do its thing. And then I think what I should probably try to do... Let's see here. I know I know I have to go to our other outpost to grab some more copper. I have more than enough gold. I have more than enough iron. Actually, while I'm thinking about it... Yeah, we're going to do this. So each of these are 5, so... Oops. So that's 1 locker. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. You can always have lockers. Alright, so this is going to make 8 lockers for us, but 4 big lockers. Because then we're going to have everything auto lathe related here, electronics printer related here, pipe bender related there, and tool related there. And then I'm going to have to figure out where I want to place I guess what I could do is I could move this over here and then have like a locker storage area for... Alright, I kind of have an idea on how I want to do that, actually. Here, let's get rid of you. I never actually used you. It suggests to put it all against besides the entry door wall. So I could do that. I'm gonna put our wall coolers and stuff right here as well, similar to what I did in our atmospherics room. So that's all gonna be against there. Granted, all these pipes right here won't actually be there, which is gonna be nice. So I guess I could technically do that. I'll figure it out. I have a stupid amount of just normal cable on me. Yeah, I might actually do this part in between episodes just because I have a lot of crap on me right now. Because then we have a bunch of cable here, we have all the pipe and stuff over here, radiators. Oh, speaking of radiators, let me swap those radiators around too. Yeah, that's almost up to temperature, so then I can actually make some steel. So that's actually going to be pretty soon. Because I was looking into the radiator stuff a little bit more since the last episode. Yeah, so then for radiators... Oops, we'll just do radiator. Because this is the current radiator I have, and this gain heat depending on the temperature of the surrounding atmosphere. If I do just a normal pipe radiator, it's optimized for radiating heat in vacuums. So, oh crap, we have a solar storm. God, that's freaking bright. I can't freaking see. Alright, we're gonna do that after this solar storm's done. Let's go inside. That is really bright. Like, that's insanely bright. Although our power should just increase tremendously now. I think I need this at 900 Kelvin if I remember correctly. So we're almost there. That's actually increasing quite fast. Well, I guess in the meantime, I could organize everything, or... I kind of want to go mining and grab a bunch of oxide and stuff so I can get our base up to pressure. Because right now we're at about 52 kPa. I need a lot more than that. Or I could work on trying to get all the gas out of here. What do we even have in there? What kind of gas is in here? nitrogen, CO2, we have oxygen, we have a bunch of pollutant. Yeah, I'm thinking if I just... Yeah, I'm thinking just a big old pipe network will fix that. It's too bad the solar storm doesn't actually heat like my pipe heaters up a little bit more to actually increase the rate that this gas heats up. Yeah, that is heating up quite fast. Well, what I would like to do is start working on the hydroponics room, but I need a bunch of steel frames for that, which I don't. I have an iron frame there. I don't really have anything to start working on our hydroponics room, at least not right now. Because I would like to plant some more plants, but I also want to get some more trader platforms as well. Why so much glare in the morning? Yeah, that's a solar storm. So that's part of the new update that they just did. Which is actually heating up our base a little bit, but my wall coolers are actually doing a decent job at keeping that cool, but yeah, it's really freaking bright. About midday, it should hopefully... I'm not sure how long they typically last. The last one I had lasted till just past midday, and then it stopped. Like, I like the solar storms, but I feel like they should be, I don't know, a little bit more. I feel like there should be some, like, more to it. That makes sense. What do I need for a pipe analyzer? Iron, gold, and electrum. So 2 iron, 2 gold, 2 electrum. I have all of that. And we'll make a pipe analyzer because then that'll analyze the gases in here. Let's see. There we go. What do we have in here? We have a little bit. Oh, we do have a little bit of oxygen coming out of here now. There was oxygen in this pipe. About 300 moles of oxygen to be accurate. Oh wow, that's actually, we're at 55 kPa, so there was a little bit of oxygen in here. And then one thing I'm going to have to do, because I don't want to have to keep dumping CO2 everywhere in here, is when we make our hydroponics room, I'm actually going to have to push this wall back in order to do this successfully, but we're going to make our hydroponics room, and then we're going to have our nitrogen and CO2 pipes go in there, and then it's going to have a mix of, like a mixed ratio of gases and stuff for us. The cable burnout was neat as a trade-off. Honestly, I'd like to see something a bit more. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling too. Like something maybe not, light intensity because like this is plenty. Oh, there it goes. But maybe something I don't know. Maybe if like you don't have, I I don't know, because normal storms will cause damage to solar panels and stuff. So that would be kind of a neat way to do it, where the solar storms will are like too much for normal solar panels to handle or something, so they'll slowly get damaged. But I don't know if I actually like that idea either, because having to fix all the solar panels is kind of a pain. Alright, so there's nothing in here, so I'll turn these off. But we did get a little bit more pressure in here, so let's head back outside so I can put our radiators back on. Before I do that, we're gonna top our water off, because apparently I forgot to drink water last time, and I was having some issues. I think like a meteor storm would be kind of fun. Granted, that'd be terrifying because if one hits your base, then you're kind of SOL. Alright, so these should radiate heat a little bit better in vacuum. At least I'm hoping. I guess we'll find out. Um, I need copper and I need some more gold, so let's make a little trip. You know what? It's been a minute since I've driven the rover, so we're actually going to take the rover. Device shorts would be kind of fun. Alright, everything's still connected. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've driven the rover, so we are driving it. I'm sure they could do a lot with solar storms. According to the update notes, though, they're gonna like add more storms, so you can have like a solar storm mixed with like a dust storm on Mars, and then I'm sure there's, I don't know. I kind of really want to see like a meteor storm. At the same time, that'd be terrifying. Actually, that'd be kind of cool, because if there was meteor storms, you could get like a defense system to shoot the meteors down before they hit your base, and if you fail to get it up in time, then because that could be a use for weaponry too. That'd be kind of a neat idea. Just driving. Yeah, the jetpack's significantly faster, but you could get like a hovercraft or something. Alright, should be right over here. There it is. I still need to set up some sort of flag marker system or road or something so I can not get lost when I'm going to each outpost. Also, one thing I want to start working towards is building the rocket with the scanner so I can scan for other deep minor locations. Okay, so we have a crap ton of coal. I have even more iron in there. Copper. How much silicon do we have? Well, that's it. That's what we're taking. Sweet. I don't think I need any more iron. Yeah, we're probably fine. I have a crap ton of iron at home. Let's grab a couple more things of coal, though. Just in case. There we are. Okay. And we are homebound. You know, once I'm done drifting. I do want to make the harm suit. I want to see how that thing works. I'm going to try to do that this episode, actually. I just need to figure out what we need for it. Yeah, once we get home, we're going to see what we need for the harm suit, because that's actually really good for solar storms and stuff. I looked a little bit into it. It does require water for cooling, which we have water, so that's not a big deal. Speaking of, I do need to actually mine some ice and stuff. So you're gonna go there, you're gonna go there. Let's get a stack of silver. Because I want to get our base more pressurized. Oh, there's a bunch of ice down here. Sweet. And there's more right here. One, two, three, four. We'll put you right there. Sweet. Just launched myself. Okay, nice. That should be enough oxide for quite a while.
Waste tank caution.
Our waste tank is getting full. I'm just going to swap it with our propellant like I've been doing. It's actually a good way to not have to... That's one nice thing about Mars, which is what, in my opinion, makes Mars easier than the moon, is you can just use the Martian atmosphere for, like, most of that kind of stuff. Like, you can have unlimited propellant with just the Martian atmosphere, and then you can also siphon the oxygen out of it as well and have infinite oxygen, which you can also do on Europa too. I feel like Mars would be like beginner, the moon is intermediate, Europa is advanced, then the other two are like extreme. So I think they just need to swap Mars and the moon around, and I think then the difficulty would make more sense.
Power low.
Power low. Power's fine. There we are. Alright, let's head inside. Let's drink some water. Let's swap our propellant in our waste tank. Let's eat some food, which we're just gonna have a cooked potato. So the solar storms actually boost power, which is kind of cool. Okay, now let's do... You could just throw the ice. Alright, well, this is going to get us up to pressure. Maybe. I might have to get even more. Yeah, might as well do that one too. Well, we're not up to pressure yet, so I'm gonna have to go out on another mining trip and grab some more oxide. But this is looking promising. Oh, heck yeah. Look what we got. We got steel. Nice. Okay, that's perfect. So now I can actually start doing stuff. So one thing I'm gonna have to try to do here is, I know, right? So one thing I'm gonna have to try to do here is I'm gonna place our hydroponics right here. But I do want to also decorate the outside of our base here as well. So let's do this. I need 25, 25. How do I actually want to do that? Because I could put frames right here. Or I could do just keep it open so I can actually look into the room. Let's keep it open and look into the room for right now. So that's 25. That's 50, so that's both for the floor and the ceiling. And then I need... And that would be for the airlock. Okay. So these are all steel frames. So that's going to take a minute. But we are going to start working on our hydroponics room. Like I said, I'm going to have to extend... I'm actually going to need more steel frames than that even, aren't I? I am. I guess in the meantime what I can do, because I do have a bunch of... Let's see where they at. Yeah, flat walls. This is a flat wall here. This is a flat wall here. This is all cladding, but I feel like it'd probably make more sense to have it all this flat wall. So let's swap this out really quick. No, it's not going to be really quick by any means. Oh, geez. It's kind of too bad cladding's not airtight, but I understand why. Okay. We'll do it like this. Alright, and then so I can actually see it, I'm going to keep this middle one, because I don't have enough for all of them. Alright, so then the cladding we'll put over here. I'm going to reuse the cladding outside, so we're just going to store it for now. Plastic sheets. So cladding isn't airtight. Flat walls or walls in general is actually airtight. So say I placed cladding on like an exterior wall right here or something, all the air would just rush through it. Which kind of sucks, but it's more for decoration purposes. Oh, I need steel sheets, not plastic sheets. Well, it's actually a frame with steel sheets. I keep thinking it's plastic sheets because that's what these walls require. The flat walls actually require steel sheets. I'm not sure why they require steel sheets. Because most other walls require plastic sheets. So that's interesting, actually. And I like the flat walls for ceilings and stuff just because, well, it looks like cladding almost, but it's all completely airtight, which is nice. Alright, and then this is, I believe that this is a flat wall right here. This is all cladding in here. And then I'm just going to do the ceiling as flat wall, because if I have to ever dismantle the frames up top, I won't have to risk depressurizing our base, which would be terrible. I'm not worried about the flooring, because I never have to really deconstruct or the bottom frames at all unless I build something in there, but I don't technically ever do that, so I guess that makes sense. Alright, so we do have a stack of steel sheet or steel frames here. Let's see, I do have, this is going to be my resource thing right here for right now. This is actually getting, ooh, what do we need for the harm suit actually while I'm thinking about it? How is it when you type in harm, you get composite window? That makes no sense, but okay. The harm suit is a stationery's last resort against hostile environments. It is liquid cooled for superb thermal performance and boosts superior resistance to impacts and lava exposure. Well, the harm suit is not compatible with the jetpack. That sucks. Wait, jetpack basic. Oh, you can still equip a hard suit backpack or a hard mine backpack to GX. Okay, so movement speed 60%. Coolant negative 230 degrees Celsius. Dang. I have all of that. Actually, I don't think I have stellite anymore, and I definitely don't have that. I think I used up all the stellite to make nuclear batteries. Oh no, I still have a little bit. Oh, I used up all the astraloy. What do I need for this? Okay, that's a very specific temperature. (25 to 30). So the pressure is not the issue. The temperature, 100% is the issue. Silver, nickel, and cobalt. Okay, so I would need that for the harm suit. So I'm not going to be able to do that this episode, unfortunately. But I do want to make the harm suit. That'd be fun. Alright, well, I have all the steel frames I need. So let's go outside and start laying out where our hydroponics is going to go. Because composite window can harm you. Hilarious. Okay, so I'm gonna have to move the stairs. I'm gonna have to move you too, aren't I? That was way too far, but whatever. Okay. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so right where this wall is where my airlock would technically go. And then the nice thing about how I'm building these is this is if I need to expand them, I can always just keep expanding them like outward too. Yeah, so essentially what I'm gonna have to do here. Do I really need all the solar panels along this main hallway? I probably don't. I could probably move all of these solar panels over here and be completely fine. But I'm going to have to extend this out over here to make room for our door. So, okay. Well, let's continue laying this out. And then our airlock will go right here. So I guess what I could do... Nah, we'll keep it open for now. I do need a bunch of steel sheets in order to weld all this up. But the big thing I'm going to have to do is extend our base over here a little bit more. Which I know how I'm going to do that. I'm not going to have time to do that this episode. I could do like a 3x5, but I want to like try to grow one of every plant, and essentially how I'll do it is like this will be like my main walkway through here, and then I can just do a bunch of plants in each one of these frames. So plus I want to like use the let's see, I want to use the layer at some point too, so then I can actually automate our hydroponics collection of plants, and then it'll replant for us and stuff too. So I feel like the bigger the room I have for that, the easier that's going to be. I tried to do it, I think, in my Europa playthrough, but I never got around to it. But I would like to actually do that this playthrough. So yeah, do I really need a 5x5 room? No, but I do want to try to grow every type of plant that there is to be a little space farmer. Oh geez, I just overshot it. Gosh dang it. We'll just put this stuff back really quick. Wow, whatever. I don't even care. Do we have any new traders in? Star Sippers. Star Sipper. Okay, let's see. What do we have for Star Sippers? You can make it 2 blocks tall. I might actually have to make the hydroponics room 2 blocks tall. I'm gonna see how it works. Land. Turn you off to conserve power. And I can't see because of the sun, but you know what I need to do is I need to get more filters. I wish we could fly ships like this. I wish you could build this ship, because that would make going between outposts a lot funner. Oh, we have water, liquid nitrogen, liquid oxygen, liquid volatiles. Oh, okay. This one's not bad. Wait, you just want a bunch of ice? I mean, I could go and mine a bunch of ice for that, but I don't really... Like, I would go out and mine ice and just not have to worry about buying water from you. The nitrogen and stuff, though. I'm gonna keep you in my back pocket. What else do we have? Not seen anything else. Oh well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to increase our landing pad and our satellite dish, but we do have a few pretty good things that he's selling. He's mainly selling water and liquid nitrogen, oxygen, and stuff, which I don't really need at the moment, but that's okay. We went and got copper and silicon, which we will use. I am gonna have to make. Let's see. I'm gonna have to make this so we can actually make the harm suit because I do want to make the harm suit and see how that looks. But I'm gonna need silver. I have silver. I have nickel. I can go and mine cobalt, so that's no big deal. The big issue with this one is going to be the pressure and temperature. Pressure, I'm not really too concerned with. It's the temperature more than anything else because this is rather hot. Um, so what I'm gonna do is I'll have to do this next episode, but next episode we're gonna get all the gas out of here and into here, which should be fairly easy. I just need a bunch of pipe for that, and since we have steel now, I can easily make all the pipe we need, and we have a bunch of silicon. So that should be fine to get all the gas out of that pipe there. And then we're gonna make the harm suit so we can see how that looks, and then I'm gonna work on our hydroponics room, which means I have to extend our base outward that direction so I can actually have enough space for the airlock. Man, that seems like a good plan for the next episode. But yep, I'm gonna call this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, but I